Nigeria is blessed, and we got this talent because of poverty. To be very honest, we developed talents that we didn't know we have because we're hungry and we need to eat. No need for story, you know, be my
Hi, Oxlade, how are you?
I'm blessed. You?
I'm super happy to have you here at Tarmac. At the beginning of your career, you were dedicated to a very serious career. You study international relations.
Mm-hmm.
So what helped your decision to say, okay, now I want to switch and turn into a music career?
The truth is, I've been doing music all my life, actually. But because I was born into a musically inclined family, everybody in my family were in the choir. So automatically, I had the privilege to join the choir. So I've been singing right from when I was little. And when I went into university, that's when I stopped music, when I was studying history and international relations. And after that, I went back, into the streets, basically, because there was no money to really push music, because you need money to make money. So luckily for me, an artist decided to use one of my demo tracks as his single, and he brought me back into music. So music called me, literally.
When you start to release the first songs, it seems that it happened really fast. Now, a couple of years after that, how do you reflect on everything, on your journey as an artist so far? 6
years is not really fast. I've been singing since like professionally 2018, but it might be rapid compared to some people's stories. So I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like those years were very important to my development, my growth, my future, and my destiny. If I didn't keep going, if I wasn't consistent, if I was not stubborn, I don't think I'll be here. Because being a Nigerian, the word Nigeria has obstacles in it. So like, for you to be able to make it out of Nigeria, it's your hard work, God's grace, and your consistency. So like, everything all in one made me the person I am today.
What do you mean by obstacles?
I come from a place called Nigeria in Africa. There's a lot of amenities that we're deprived of due to maybe bad governance, due to maybe the way the country was structured. And I am here trying to change the narrative through my music. We don't have constant electricity supply. We're not given some privileges that a lot of European developed countries have. I'll say Nigeria is a developing country, and hopefully we can get to where we want to get to. But if it's left to Nigeria, I won't be here.
Actually, it was one of my questions that I kept for the end, but since you mentioned it, you're active part of this narrative. You're talking about your country, but we also feel that Nigeria, and especially in Lagos, there is a creative bubble that is really explosive right now. The population also is very young. So how can you describe what is happening in a creative way there?
Yeah, I don't think it's only Lagos, man. I feel like it's the whole country. Although Lagos is like, it's like the New York of like America.
It seems the New York or LA.
Yeah, it's like the African New York, and there's a lot of like creative-minded people there. But your creativity is never enough. Trust me, I'm not the most talented person in Lagos, but due to my tenacity and consistency, I'm here talking to you. I'm in Belgium. Nigeria is blessed, and we got this talent because of poverty. To be very honest, we developed talents that we didn't know we have because we're hungry and we need to eat, and those kind of things really trigger people to want to outdo their peers. So the competitive level of like Lagos is next level, but it also makes you better than the average. We are hungry. We're willing to go to the extreme end to achieve our goals. I'm not saying every other African country wouldn't do what I'm doing right now, but Nigerians are extra with it.
Nigeria is like the heart of the Afro music and Afro culture right now. How do you reflect on that?
By going harder and maintaining that status. But it never stops there. We're trying to be a household genre, like the R&Bs, like the hip hop. So this is just the beginning. We're still babies, if we're being honest. We just got our official category in the Grammys, after how many years of, you know, consistency. So imagine how bigger we're going to become if we keep going. We're not yet in the place where we could reflect. We're still in the grinding stage. We're still in the stage where we're trying to make our statement and make our stand. Artists like Burna, Wiz, Davido, Olamide, Rema, they've made it possible for us to realize that anything is possible. If a Rema can go to India and tour, if a Burna Boy can sell out stadiums, if Wizkid can sell out stadiums, if David can sell out stadiums, then, you know, that is like a eye-opener for us that, yes, this is very possible. Not just the pop stars can do this, because we're Afro beat stars and we're rocking the wave right now.
So back to your career, the colors that you've made was with Colosa was a major turning point, and you wrote in the comment that it was for you a dream come true. Can you tell us more about this experience? Now it's still one of the most popular video of the color show.
Me for sure, baby come closer. I want to make we dance. Girl, I want to make you closer. I want to make you closer. Oh no, closer. I want to make we dance. Oh no, girl, I want to make you closer.
I mean, it was a dream come true because, like, I've always wanted to perform on Colors platform. I've been following Colors.
What this platform represents?
That is where we used to find the A-list artists, man. That Colors used to give good sound quality, good video quality, and good reach to the European market. And I watched a lot of my idols perform in Colors, and I was like, damn, one day I want to perform here. This was like 3 years ago. I was saying it to my friends, I want to perform in these Colors. And having one of the biggest and the most streamed records on Colors show, it's a dream, man, because I just wanted to sing. I didn't know I was gonna have the biggest or one of the biggest records on Colors. So yeah, it's a dream come true, like I said, and now you understand what it means.
To what extent it was a turning point for you in your career?
Every single song I put out added value to my brand and my career, but I feel that Closer was like the key to the globalization of my music. The insanity, the craziness about that song, the adrenaline that song adds to you when you're in the club jamming to it is everything I needed to be sure that I'm in the right path. I feel like Oxlade is bigger than Colosa, and I feel
That's
like
true.
If you really want to enjoy the Oxlade brand, go deeper into the sound so you can understand what Oxlade is all about.
Now, talking about Colosa, it's a 300 million stream. What does it represent to you, and yeah, do you pay attention to it?
Honestly, I've never been big on numbers. My goal in this life is to heal the world with my music. I'm just a vessel. The numbers come, fine, I'm happy. I mean, it helps the statistics, and I know it's a numbers game, but to be very honest, if I ever put my mind into the numbers, then I let the pressure get to me. Because
it can affect the creativity.
Yeah, it can affect my life generally. I don't want to determine my confidence with my numbers. My numbers has nothing to do with who I am. The world loves my music, fine, I'm grateful, but the music will never stop coming.
So, as you say, it's been 5-6 years now that you came into the music industry. But as you said, you're also taking it step by step. Why is it important for you to move slowly, let's say? Even if the attention is crazy around you.
Consistently, because I was never under the biggest label. I was never given the most attention. So I had to work my way to the top. It wasn't like a big artist or a big label brought me on like, hey guys, this is the next superstar. It's like, it takes time to achieve greatness, because if you rush in, you rush out. And I'm grateful to God that I'm still here today, because a lot of artists that started with me are thanking me for not giving up, because they did give up. So my consistency got me this far, and I never knew I was going to be this big, but I knew I wanted to sing.
Your album is about to come in September. What made you decide to work on it, and how did you work on it?
I've never dropped an album before, so this is my debut album. It took me 3 years to make. You know, like I said, if you're rushing, you rush out. Everybody was like, oh, why didn't you use the buzz of Closer to drop the album? And I'm like,
yeah, why?
Yeah, and I'm like, did I have any buzz before Closer? Did I need any buzz for Closer? I feel like I make classic music, and the songs that would grow. I feel like time and destiny have a thing to do hand in hand together, and when it's my time, it will always be my time.
And according to you, what makes this time the right time?
I don't know what time is the right time. I just follow the spirit that leads me. You feel me? I don't know, oh, now it's time for me to conquer the world. I never had this idea even with Kulosa. I was just singing, literally, because that's what I love to do.
I for take you overseas. Me and you for be like privacy. You knocking me down with your prematis.
I was lucky enough to hear Intoxicated. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, it's a collaboration with my brother Santa and Dave. It's a traumatic song. It speaks about my trauma, my insecurities, about love, heartbreak. She's a gold digger. She only cares about the money. I feel like love is overrated. Just my honest opinion about love, you know, which people barely sing about, because everybody sings about the positive side. I'll take you to London, I'll take you to Maeba. Everybody talks about the sweet side, but nobody really talks about the bitter side. And, you know, I felt like, oh, I sang about the sweet side of love with Kulosa. Now let me sing about the toxic side of love with Intoxicated. Someone said, artists sell feelings. Literally, that's what I'm selling to you guys. So when you hear Intoxicated, I hope you can relate to it, understand all it's about.
And for this song, you were in collaboration with Dave, British rapper. What are the link according to you? It feels that the Afro music, Afro beats culture is kind of linked to the hip hop culture also.
Yes.
To what extent, according to you?
How will I put it? Okay, Afrobeat has a lot of hip hop influences, and I feel like a lot of Afrobeat hit records also refer to like a lot of smash hits from the UK and from US, from the whole hip hop world. I feel like hip hop is a component in Afrobeats. I feel like reggae dancehall is a component. I feel like Afrobeats is like an amalgamation, a cocktail of all the genres through the African channel. That is what Afrobeats is. And having someone like Dave on it, because it's a song that has a storyline. Dave is arguably one of the best storytellers I know. He's one of the illest MCs I know in my generation and beyond. And it would be disrespectful for me if I don't find the most deserving rapper for that song. I was looking for Dave for like 6 months. Like, there were bare rappers trying to offer me verses, and I was like, nah, because I go for what I want and I don't change until I get it. So, like I said, I'm stubborn. So, thanks to my stubbornness, my tenacity.
It's what I will not forget about this interview. Your stubbornness, right?
Yeah, I mean, my strong-headedness has brought me more far than every time I chickened to pressure, and I'll keep following my instincts. I pray to God, I get advice from my team, and I feel like I'm greatness bound.
So now we are waiting for this first album. What can I wish you for this?
Wish me the best.
All right.
Wish me the best.
Then I wish you the best.
Thank you. I wish you too the best.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Taking time to meet us in Belgium.
Thank you for having me in Belgium.
No need for story, you know.